How's it going there, folks? I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs, and this is the video review of the MiPow Maca for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Now, I actually have two models that I'm reviewing today. I have the Maca Air and the original Maca. The Maca Air claims to be the thinnest iPhone 4S battery case on the market, and I can pretty much attest to that because I've tried tons of them, and this thing is thin. Unfortunately, the larger counterpart is quite a bit bigger. The Maca is about double the thickness of the Maca Air, and it does add some pretty substantial bulk to your device. However, it is worth noting that the capacity in these bad boys is pretty darn huge. Now, they're both going to cost you $79 US. The original Maca will have a much larger 2200 milliamp hour battery, which in theory can recharge your iPhone almost 2 times, but I've seen that it actually charges it more than 2 times, usually about 230 to 240%, which is substantial considering the thinness of this case. So it is thicker case, but the fact that it recharges your device 2.5 times is mind-blowing considering that it is only as thick as it is. Additionally, there is the original Maca. Now this is the Maca Air. This is 1200 milliamp hours, which is quite a bit thinner than the original Maca, and you will not achieve as much battery life. This will charge your device from about 0 to 90%, which is pretty darn good considering the fact that it is as thin as it is. Now, these are both certified for iPhone, which is excellent. You don't have to worry about your iPhone combusting once you slide it in to this case. It is certified by Apple, and that's always nice to see in products. I actually saw a tweet on Twitter from one of my followers saying, I wish there was a singular Chinese company that could make a good quality product. And I oftentimes agree because I feel like a lot of Chinese companies out there don't care about quality control or don't do the testing. But holy cow, has MiPow not only impressed me for an Asian company, but they've actually been one of the best battery case companies I've ever tested. And yes, the Maca Air does supersede that of the much appreciated, well, at least I've much appreciated it in the past, the Incipio Off-Grid, and it far supersedes the Mophie Juice Pack and the Juice Pack Air. So here's your micro USB cable that's included with each and every case. This is to both charge and sync your device to iTunes. Nice that that is available. You're going to find this little information packet, which opens up very Apple-esque with your warranty, your manual, and of course a little promotional pamphlet. And last but certainly not least, they include an extra top piece. Mophie is notorious for having absolutely horrible top caps, and Incipio's isn't that great either. Both of them only include one, and they actually bank on you breaking one of them because Mophie sells them in packs of 3 for like $9, which is kind of a ripoff. These are actually much sturdier than both the Mophie and the Incipio Off-Grid's tops, and they include 2 for extra measure, which is certainly nice to see. Pop this off and the case will be revealed. You have the Maca Air and you have the other top piece inside. Now, let's take a look at the two cases side by side so that you can indeed see the differences. Right here we have the Maca, and right here we have the Maca Air. The Maca Air is substantially thinner, about 40%, maybe 50%, but about 30 to 40%. This one is way thinner, but you do have half the capacity in this one. This is only 1200 milliamp hours, and this is 2200. As you can see, they both have a beautiful, very fashion-oriented finish. Not totally super, hey, look at me, but they are very, very nice. It comes in a myriad of colors: light blue, charcoal gray, gold, green, purple, navy blue, black, and red. I have the gold and the charcoal gray colors right here. There's a power button down in the bottom right corner, which is very, very large. I didn't like the size of it at first, but it's actually grown on me, and I think it adds to kind of the physique of the devices. There is a cutout for the camera, and then on top you have pretty much a bottom view of the case. So what you do is you take your iPhone and you slide it in here. I'm going to slide it into the Maca Air. You slide it in and it pops in, and it actually immediately starts charging, but you can disable this by holding this button for about 2 seconds, and then that will stop. Of course, to re-enable the charging, you just take this button, hold it for 2 seconds, and it'll pop back on. Now, there is another way to check the battery. There are 4 indicators here. You press it once and the little LEDs will pop out of the case, displaying to you roughly the amount of battery percentage inside the battery pack, which is remaining. So pretty darn cool. You have, of course, the MiPow as well as the Maca Air logo, but I don't think it's distracting. It's very, very beautiful. And of course, you have that shimmer and shine of the case, which is pretty darn cool. All you have to do is take your end cap right here, you place it on and you snap it in, and it's ready to go. On the side, you have pretty much full coverage of your whole device other than the buttons here. On the top, you have full coverage except for, of course, the button cutout, which is not hard to push. It is a little bit more recessed than I would like, but it doesn't require you to reach and dig down in there like some of the other cases do. Additionally, there is a headphone jack port. It's not very recessed, actually. You can fit just about every headphone in here. I did have trouble with one pair of headphones. I think it was my Cost Porta Pros, but for the rest of the headphones, pretty much any modern headphone, they should fit in here without any problems whatsoever. Down on the side, you have, of course, the iPhone as well as the SIM card slot. This is all covered by this glossy plastic, and you have this bottom piece here. So it does make your iPhone a little bit taller, and you do have a little bit of a distance to travel to get up to the display on your device, which both the Mophie Juice Pack Air as well as the Incipio Off-Grid do. As you can see, it continues the actual look of the iPhone, looks very, very sleek, and with the Maca Air, it adds hardly any bulk. They do advertise this as the thinnest battery case, and I can't 100% guarantee that that's the case, but I can attest that of all the battery cases I've tried, of which are plenty, this has been certainly the thinnest case that I've ever tried, and it is very, very nice in the hand, super, super light. Down on the bottom, you have your micro USB openings so that you can charge and sync the battery and your phone, and there you go. Unfortunately, there is no lay on the table design. Granted, there isn't with any of the battery cases, including the Incipio Off-Grid as well as the Mophie Juice Pack Air, but it is worth noting and a little bit disappointing that there isn't. Other than that, though, it's an amazing fit in the hand. The build quality absolutely is amazing. This case charges your iPhone from 0 to about 80%, sometimes 90%, which is about the same as the Incipio Off-Grid and the Mophie Juice Pack Air. Now, the Juice Pack Air Plus, as well as a couple other cases on the market, do charge your iPhone quite a bit more, but I can say even though the beefiness on this is going to be pretty drastic, it adds about half a thickness to your iPhone, about 150 to 170% thickness, which is pretty darn big. I mean, this feels light. It doesn't feel, I mean, it feels like there's a case on your phone, but it feels relatively light. It's certainly thinner than even some of the protective cases on the market. This thing's just huge, and it is a little bit awkward to hold. It almost feels like a brick in your hand, but this does recharge your device nearly 2.5 times, which is absolutely amazing considering how thin this is. Both of these cases have performed admirably. There's no camera flash issues. I honestly just love them. I've tried them both. I think they're both excellent, and I can't recommend them any more highly. And guess what? Both of them are available for giveaway. If you're watching this video elsewhere than YouTube, you will need to find the original video on YouTube to enter to win. If you're already on YouTube, congratulations. All you have to do is enter a comment below to be entered to win one of these cases. I do ship worldwide, and a lot of you have emailed me saying, Quinn, you haven't announced a lot of winners for your giveaways, and I'm about 6 to 7 giveaways behind on winners, but that'll make a Merry Christmas for all, as I will announce the winners of this as well as several past giveaways in the next week or so. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment if this video was appeasing to you, and as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.